Hey guys, it's Ryan, and it's let's see, 2 o'clock, right on the dot on Wednesday for our usual Wednesday call, Wednesday workshop. On we're going live on Google, well, Facebook, YouTube, and we're talking about specifically how to generate leads. A pre-qualified stream of pre-qualified pre-sold leads for your business. We've been doing this for almost 20 years, and the best engagement on this workshop is to get on the call with me. The best way to get your questions answered is to jump on live or ask questions below the video wherever you're watching the video. So whether that's on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, please just drop a comment below the video. You can also go to our school community. I'm going to post that. It's a free community, skool.com/local lead labs. We have over almost 900 people in the group now in that school community. It's a free community that where we continue the conversation after this call, after this workshop, to answer your questions, to make sure that if you have any other questions that we get them answered for you there. Also wanted to let you know that you can go to our website, accelerateyourmarketing.com. You can also text us at 619-304-5155. And, for you guys that don't know me, like I said, I'm the founder of Accelerate Marketing. We've been around for, years, almost 2 decades, helping business owners to generate pre-qualified, pre-sold leads, leveraging primarily 2 platforms. One is Google Verified or Google Local Service Ads. The other is Google Business Profile, otherwise known as Google Maps. And if you have not turned on your Google Verified and you're a business owner that can, man, why haven't you? Really, I mean, it's silly not to. I just turned on a Google Verified or Google Local Service Ads account for 2 contractors here in Florida. Each of them are getting more leads than they know what to do with. And one of the reasons why is because we treat Google Verified as an agency way different than any other agency does. We treat it the way it should be treated, which is as a platform that can be optimized, just like you would optimize Google Meta ads, or just like you would optimize Google pay-per-click. But every agency, I was just on with an agency yesterday or 2 days ago, and I was talking to them about their Google Local Service Ads and how they, what they do to optimize their campaigns. And they said, nothing. They just set it and forget it, which is what most business owners and most agencies do for that platform. And unfortunately, it leads to less than stellar results. And that's what I get on these calls. I've been doing this for almost 1.5 years now. And we've got a YouTube channel that's been around for almost 4 years for both local service ads and for Accelerate Marketing, that specifically is there to answer your questions also, and to give you information. And I can't tell you how many business owners I've had join these calls and thank me for the content, because it's helped them to generate what the promise is, which is a continuous stream, a consistent stream. That's the key word, really, consistency. Because most businesses don't have a consistent lead strategy. They don't one that generates leads month in and month out so that they can predict their business. When a business becomes predictable, it changes everything about the business. And so that's the kind of business that I want you to have. It's the kind of business that I have. And it's really changed everything for us, because it's allowed us to, instead of guessing, where our next leads are going to come from, what we're doing is we're optimizing. We're being proactive And that's what I talk about. I mean, I've put together, 3 topics that I talk about, but if you have questions, please post them. I know that, I've got last week we had a painter on that's was in the Ohio area. He's getting 4 to 5, maybe even 6 leads a day from his local service ads platform. And he optimized it primarily just from watching my YouTube videos. Now, if you don't want to just optimize from going and being a painter and then also trying to be a specialist on digital marketing and local service ads or Google Business Profile, then I would encourage you. And even that guy, I mean, there's still ways that we can optimize his business on Google Verified, because he wasn't using, for example, call tracking. So he's only really optimizing his business like half of the way that he could, because if those calls are not being answered within 30 seconds, Google's going to just stop the flow. They're going to stop that consistent stream of pre-qualified, pre-sold leads in a heartbeat if you don't have a way of answering the phone. I just got off the phone with another agency owner, this guy Eric down in Boca. He manages probably 100 different Google local service ads campaigns. Same thing. Does not know. I mean, their strategy is, we optimize Meta, we optimize Google pay-per-click, but we just set up the Google local service ads and then we just let it run. There's so much more to it. If you don't handle the 4 R's, reviews, radius, response rate, and refunds now, then you're missing the boat. And that same conversational AI agent that we use to answer the phone for local service ads can also be used for any other campaign, or it can be used on your website, or you can have the agent be on your website in the form of a chat widget that can answer questions on behalf of you and your business 24 hours, 7 days a week. And that's what really separates our clients from all the other businesses. That's just a small detail, but it's one of the biggest ones. Our clients can run, and you can as well, if you set up the proper conversational AI agent to answer the phone 24/7, you can stay open. And this is one of the topics that I'm going to talk about today. So it's a perfect segue. You can make it so that your Google Business Profile shows that you're open 24/7. And that's going to significantly help your rankings, not only for Google local service ads, which is a different page, I'll show you guys, than your Google business page. So now you've got 2 shots at showing up at the top, because now every call is being answered. And I got Rick here that just jumped on. Rick, thanks for joining. Awesome. Great to have you. I'm going to, it's always good. I mean, I love getting people on. Hey, what's going on, Rick?
Living the dream. Just driving. Sorry.
No, awesome. Are you a agency owner, or are you a business owner?
I'm a business owner.
Okay. And what
I own a pet waste removal company in near Toronto, Canada.
Oh, okay. Is it what removal company?
Pet waste removal, dog poop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, well, that's and now you're able to run local service ads?
No, we can't. That's
okay.
what we can't do.
Bummer. Okay. So how are you generating consistent lead volume for your business, Rick?
Just running regular Google ads, Facebook ads, and really work hard on our branding so that we're memorable out there.
I'm sure you can get really creative with that
Absolutely.
vertical.
Absolutely.
What's the name of your business, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, it's called the Poop Ballet, VALET.
Ah, I like it. Can I? So where are you at? Where are you at location?
We're just outside of Toronto.
Okay, so let me add you to this. I'm going to add my screen here. So I always like. You're in the school community, or?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Are you getting some value out of it?
I joined about a week ago.
Okay. Yeah. No. Thank you for joining, and I'm gonna share with you. Okay. So let me go the poop ballet, and Okay. So, okay, here's your business. So Poop Valet Waste Removal, this is it. So this is your website. There you are. Look at that. Hey,
Yeah, we just we had a crash, and I didn't realize that our backups weren't running. So I rebuilt a new website myself in the past couple of weeks. So it's not tweaked yet, but
oh, this is good. This is good enough. I mean, for now, I mean, the only suggestion that I would give is to have up here. I like this automatic pricing estimate, but what you could do is you could have a chat widget here, an AI agent, answering questions for people. I mean, that would be something that might help you guys.
yeah, we've got a chat widget through Go High Level that as soon as somebody enters any of the information, that it's captured and it goes into our Go High Level chat widget.
Okay, where is that? I don't see the widget. Is it here on your page?
No. If you click the, you know what? It might not be. It's not connected yet. It's only through any messaging, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or ads or anything like that. It goes through the chat widget. But the website, I haven't been able to connect yet in the 2 weeks I've been trying to scrape together.
Okay, awesome. All right, let me. Yeah, I mean, and there are some features that, I mean, it's good. I mean, definitely have that chat widget there, because that's going to allow people to get their questions answered a little bit more easily. I would even say that it would be, I mean, instead of even having this form here, you might, I mean, eventually I think this form will be replaced with the chat widget as well. Like like having the conversation, with somebody. Or do you get a lot of people filling this form out?
Probably 10 a day.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Well, right now it's, as the snow's melting, it's our busy season. So we're just going crazy. It's so busy. But the summer and fall, it's dead. It's very dead.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. So, and I see, hi, Gabrielle. Good to see you. Glad you're joining. Okay. So let me go back. I want to see, I was hoping to find your Google business page, the Poop Valet Toronto, and I wasn't able to find your Google business page, but I can see your Facebook and Instagram.
If you're on the, that's an issue for me. I've always had a Google business page presence, a very good one.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, when people out of area search for it, even putting in our city, it doesn't show up. Yet I can still, go in and find it myself. And people obviously find it all the time locally, but for some reason from a distance, they don't. I think somewhere towards the bottom of my web page, it does have a link to the Google business page.
Interesting. If I now, so okay, what's interesting is if I type in dog poop removal Toronto, Canada, I get Scooperman dog.
Yeah, we're actually about 45 minutes outside of Toronto. If you want to try Kitchener, you'll find us.
How do you spell that?
Kitchener. That's one of the towns. That's one of the towns we do. I just tell everybody Toronto because nobody really knows Canada. So
yeah, here we go. So okay, dog, you got a couple then. There's Pet Poop Pro. That's not you. So this is you.
No.
You got 178 reviews.
Yep.
How are you getting your reviews? Do you have an automatic review?
Yeah. Yeah, it's called the one we use is Review Harvest.
Okay.
It's kind of specialized towards poop scooping.
Okay. Awesome.
They do home service stuff, but they started out with poop scooping and have grown very big with that.
Awesome. Yeah, and so you would obviously recommend having an automated system to get reviews, because that's obviously how you've gotten to 178 where your competitors are 61 and 8.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The one thing that this company I use, Review Harvest, they have photos in the reviews. So when we use Jobber as our CRM,
Yep.
and when we send out an invoice or anything like that, it sends out a review request with a photo of me in front of the truck, and it says their name in it. Like it says, "Hi, Stuart. We'd love for you to do a review," or something along that line. But it actually says their name, and it has a picture of us as part of it, and that seems to bring in an awful lot of people.
Okay. So the specificity of it, like the fact that it's got, like it's specific to them, it's got their name in there. And so it's a very specific request.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And that, so for all you guys watching, I mean, what Rick's doing is what we recommend. And that's part of what we do is, I would do exactly what he's suggesting. And this is part of what our company does as well for our clients, is we connect. He uses Jobber as their CRM, but we would connect through your CRM to send an automated review request out whenever a job is complete, whenever a tag is associated with a contact, or that identifies that a job's complete. Then immediately there's a review request that goes out. So that's I mean, you can see he's got probably almost 5 to 10 times more reviews than anybody else as a result.
And then that's why our phone's ringing nonstop.
Yeah, and so and there you go. I mean, I'd rather somebody else say it than me. I mean, it's because for me, it's like, this is the reason why their phone. You heard it from him. This is the reason why his phone's ringing nonstop, is because he's got more reviews than anybody else. So when you type in, for example, like I showed you, like dog poop removal company in Kitchener, you're gonna see his company number 1, which you saw on the maps. That's one of the big ranking factors, is the number of reviews and the quality of the reviews, meaning, the star rating, etc. So yeah, I'm glad you're on to be able to help other people understand that.
Yeah, and we have the automated response to it too. So no review goes, unresponded to unless it's below a 3. And if that's the case, we just handwrite a review specific to what the issue was.
Okay. Yeah. So that, I mean, the other big thing that I think is what Rick's saying is that you want to submit a response to all reviews. That's a big, go into your Google business page, respond to all the reviews. Because what that does is 2 things. Number 1, it shows the people that are reading your reviews that you actually read the reviews and that you care. And number 2, it shows Google that you actually care and that you're actually using their platform. And Google likes to see that you're using their tools. I mean, if they're giving you all these amazing tools to be able to find out how you're doing to make things better by getting reviews, and they want to know that you're using it. And if you're not, you're just not going to get the results. So, and this is a great example. I mean, it doesn't take that much extra time, but what's an extra hour or 2 hours a week when you can be the number 1 company on the maps and literally have all of your lead generation taken care of and have a consistent stream of pre-qualified, pre-sold leads, like I said in the beginning. And would you agree with that, Rick, that the people that call you are already pre-sold? That's why I'm very careful with the words that I'm using. Consistent stream of pre-qualified, pre-sold, because when they get on with Rick, they've already seen the opinion that over 160 other people have had on his Google business page.
And they'll never look at our page, at our Google reviews, and see 15 reviews came in on one day. It's trickle as we do a job, you know, the review comes in, and I think that's very important as well.
Yeah, it's what Rick's saying is that it looks natural, and it is natural because it's organic. It's not, and there's a lot of businesses that pay for reviews. It's not, you know, and a lot of times when you see that done, you know it. The smell test is, the sniff test is, okay, are they getting 15 reviews like Rick said in one day, or in 2 or 3 days, and then not getting any for 2 or 3 weeks or 2 or 3 months. And so these are just things that you look for, and Google knows, you know, they're no dummies. I mean, if we can tell as humans, certainly, you know, their AI is able to pick up on those things as well. And do you think they're going to consider that when they determine who's going to be ranking as number one? Yeah, absolutely. Now, the other thing that I would suggest for you, Rick, to potentially optimize things is I would make it so that are you using an AI agent to back you up so that if you can't answer the phone, that the AI answers it after, let's say, 10 seconds, if you can't answer in 10 seconds?
Yeah, we use Open Phone or Quo. That's kind of our phone system. And, you know, I've only got a couple of trucks out there at any given time, but still, you know, somebody either answers or else it goes into a quick phone tree, and, you know, then it goes to sales, current customers, or it goes back into the phone tree to leave a message.
Yeah, I would.
It's not ideal, but
yeah,
that's what we have.
I would consider, you know, having an AI answer the call. Like, if you can't answer, if your team, like phone trees are like,
yeah, I know. I agree.
Yeah, no one likes them. Do you like them?
No.
Yeah, and so this is what Google just wants to create a great experience for people that find businesses on their platform. So that's the only thing that I would think about if I were you, is adding that. I mean, you're talking, I mean, like, we have an AI agent that we could set up for you for, you know, less than, you know, like right around $300 a month. I mean, if you hired if you got, and I think you would, you know, if you got 2 or 3 new clients because of it per month, I mean, it would be worth it. And so,
absolutely,
you know, I mean, it would pay for itself. I mean, because probably each new client is worth, you know, $150, $200 a month to you, and they could be residual, you know. And so we're talking.
We're a recurring service, so our lifetime value is, you know, $2,000-$3,000.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're very happy to you know, pay $300 to get 3 leads. Very happy.
Yeah, and I was literally just talking to an agency owner about this, because they've got a bunch of leads coming in, just like you, but to many businesses that they're managing, and they have, you know, they've got all these leaky buckets, I like to call it, because basically they're getting these leads, and probably, you know, with you, it's probably only like 10 to 20%, but 10 to 20% of, you know, maybe 200 calls a month, you're talking 20 calls, you know, and, you know, all people do is they go and they Google, you know, poop cleanup or dog poop cleanup, you know, Toronto or Kitchener, and then they see you, and then they go right down the list, and they call the second guy if they can't get a hold of somebody, if they go to the phone tree. So, just something to consider. And then, you know, it's funny because what that also does, this is another thing you're going to like. Not only will it help you capture more of the calls that you actually are already getting from your great reputation and your great positioning on Google, what it will also do, and this is one of the topics, and this is a great segue that I'll go into once we're done talking about this, so I can, you know, get through the 3 topics that I have for today. The first topic is that Google for Maps is actually using your open time as one of the top ranking factors. So if you're not open 24/7, what do you think is going to happen when you close at 5 and you don't have an AI agent? So this is where an AI agent can help you stay open 24/7, so that your ranking stays the same after business hours. You get those phone calls, the AI agent qualifies the person and can either do a warm transfer or can actually look at your calendar and schedule a calendar appointment for you automatically. while the person's on the call. So that's another thing that I would really, really recommend. And it can also respond to text messages as well. So, if you don't have it on your, that's another thing I would do. If you have not turned on text messaging or WhatsApp on your Google Business, I would definitely turn that on, because that will give you about another 10% more leads for your business. I'll show you that in a second. So let me just show you. But does that make sense though?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And the whole reason I hopped on this call was what you're talking about right now is the open hours, because I've always been confused about what's right. So yeah, I look forward to that part.
Yeah, I'm going to share with that. I mean, it's pretty much what okay, here we go. Look, you close at 8. Now you could say open 24/7. And if you do, see, after 8, just like these guys, they close at 8. But you could be the only one that's open, and you would get all the phone calls. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. I've always been cautioned not to use 24 hours if you're not awake to answer, but the AI piece solves that piece. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely does. So here's the other thing. Right now, you don't have text messaging turned on, because if you did, there would be another option here that says text. So I'm going to show you how you add that. I'm going to go to our Google Business page really quick. So when you go into manage your Google Business page, Rick, you go down here and you just go to the section where you go to edit profile right there.
Yep.
And you can watch this. This is going to be recorded. But if you scroll down, you can watch this when you're not driving. And here's see where it says chat. So you would just turn this on. Right now, you just don't have it turned on. So you can either turn on WhatsApp or text messaging. And what you can do is, if you make it text, you would give it your phone number, and that phone number could be, you guessed it, an AI agent.
Yeah.
So I would, and that's going to increase. So you can see, I'll show you. So if you go in, type in, let's say, here, hold on one second. I'm going to go to look us up so you can see what it looks like in the results when you have the texting turn on. It's not showing up here. It shows up on the phone though. So if I typed in Accelerate Marketing, one of the options would be to text us instead of just calling. And so, and a lot of people, especially when they're on their phone, they want to do that. So you get about, a lot of people will only select the businesses that have that option. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a really big, and then I'm going to go into actually just talking about, what you were, I'll just get into a little bit more in depth with what I was going to talk about today. Let me share that. Any other questions, please post them, below the video, wherever you're watching this. And I'm going to go through the topics for today. So what I was going to say, so Google just changed the ranking formula, and most businesses are about to see their rankings drop. As of February 26th, Openness, what Rick and I were talking about, your real-time business hours now account for about 33% of your ranking signals. So if you're closed when a customer searches, then you're not going to be visible. You're going to be invisible. So Google is forcing a mandatory product ID split between online and in-store inventory next month. If your data isn't segmented, your LSA and PMax campaigns will hit a brick wall, which it's not going to affect LSA. It's going to hit your PMax mostly. But I'm also showing you the shift between SEO to SXO, or search experience optimization. And I'm going to show you that as my third topic. And then how to capture the new integrated search journeys where clicks are replaced by AI citations, which we've talked a lot about here as well. But I'm going to go over that just briefly before we jump off today. So if you want to own the highest intent jobs in your city before the March cutoff, then you definitely want to just optimize for that search experience optimization. So what I was saying is that 32% of weighting of your ranking is going to be through this openness algorithm. So that meaning that 32% of whether or not you rank of the weighting, so to speak, of 32% of your ability to be able to rank on the maps is going to be due to whether or not you're just open when somebody searches. And so there's some Google search, people, this guy named Danny Sullivan confirmed the openness strategy, and that it's now a top tier signal for non-navigational local queries. Businesses that are open at the exact moment of search are receiving a massive real-time boost in actual searches or actual finds. Finds being people finding them. So the action is basically you just want to make sure that you can legitimately remain open 24/7. And really the only way to do this is to set up a backup after hours. And I'm not talking about a call service because I've tried all of them. I can tell you from experience, we've tried like 5 to 10, a lot of them. And every one of them does the same thing. They answer the phone, but they'll put the calls on music hold about 30% of the time. And those calls are counted as missed by Google. It doesn't, the bottom line is, does it create a great experience or does it not? That's the question you always have to ask. If somebody's on the phone for more than 30 seconds or 3 minutes or 4 minutes on a music call, I don't care how good the music is. That's just not a good experience. So you can gamify your openness by signal by using special hours and staff available call routing without getting flagged for 24/7 misrepresentation if you want to. But what I'm saying is you can just say 24/7 and you can have the AI agent answer the phone and then actually schedule a calendar appointment for you. I think people would be satisfied with that. And the person can get their questions answered. I think that's the definition of whether or not somebody's able to get their problem solved. Can they get their questions answered and can they schedule an appointment? And that's really what an AI agent can do. And it can even do a warm transfer if somebody's answered all the questions and you really want to take the call. You could even say, hey, AI agent, I want you to, in the prompt or the knowledge base that you build with our agents, you can say, hey, if as long as it's before 11 o'clock, if people have answered all the questions as yes, and they're a top candidate for our, legal representation, and each client's worth $20,000 to $40,000, or if you're a contractor and they want a whole house built, and I would probably stay up late for a lead like that. So you can give those kind of qualifications to the AI agent and have the agent even do a warm transfer, during those times. So that's something to consider. So what questions do you have, or do you have any? Does that make sense though, Rick, or what do you think?
Yeah. I've never really thought, the AI answering piece. So that's something I've got to digest a little bit, but it makes total sense to me. But if it goes to a call center or VA or whatever, and they put you on hold, it's considered a non-answer. But if they use AI, it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
If they're using AI.
Yeah, I've not seen a time where Google considers that as being a missed call. They're considered answered calls, and we typically see the lead volume increase over time because you're creating a good experience. If the agent is created meaning it's prompted correctly and it's giving people's answers to their questions, that meets the criteria of creating a great experience. Again, just think about it. Are you creating a better experience for somebody that's answering your, that's calling you for, your business, or is it a bad experience? And if you can say it's a good experience, then I think it's a win every time. no matter what. I wouldn't even care, no matter what Google says, honestly. You know, and if you're, and here's the thing, if you're able to schedule appointments and people are okay with it and they're getting their questions answered, I mean, you know, and we get feedback and people are like, yeah, I don't mind, you know, I mean, as long as I get my, you know, I'm able to get the things that I need to get, they're okay with it. So, so that's really it. I got a couple more topics here to go over, and then if I don't have any other questions, we'll probably jump off in about 15 minutes or so, 10, 15 minutes. So there's a product ID split. This is not as much, you know, about what I'm actually going to talk about the SXO and search journeys, winning the zero-click citation. So search has moved from matching keywords to predicting journeys. Google now generates personalized task flows, step 1, step 2, etc., based on implied intent rather than just blue links. So what I can show you is how to structure your services page for machine extraction or chunking so that your business becomes mandatory next step cited by AI assistants. And I've talked about this in the past. In 2026, getting cited by AI is the new ranking #1. And I can show you many examples of this. When businesses, and I think we even saw for your example, Rick, you know, when we looked up, you know, like dog, and, you know, when you look up, for example, in a big city, I think it was like Vancouver, you'll see there's an AI result. And where Google is pulling those AI results from are from local business websites. And what I'm saying here is, if you chunk your information in bite-sized pieces, almost like FAQs, that Google can then pull from your website and reference, that's what's going to make you remarkable. That's what's going to make you quotable in the new search feature that Google is building, which is an AI search feature. And it doesn't generate all the time, but it does happen some of the time. And so what that would look like for you, Rick, is, I know you got to go, is that is creating frequently asked questions that people have and putting those on your website so that Google can cite those and then pull them into their search results. And then what they do, who do you think they give credit to? They give credit to Rick and, you know, the poop valet. And then who do you think somebody's going to go to? I mean, the authority, the poop authority, you know? Yep. And so, you know, when you get quoted by Google, I don't think it gets much more authoritative than that, you know? And so that's really the new #1 ranking. So I hope that makes sense to everybody that's watching. Yeah. Does that make sense, Rick?
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things in the redesign I've been working hard on. I've got an FAQ on every page, pretty much every page, only 5 or 6 questions, and they're different on every page, but I'm hoping that that's what turns out in those searches.
It will. And what I would do for you is I would go and do searches for what you think people are looking for to find businesses in your area, and see what generates that AI assistant, or that AI assisted search result, to see who's being cited so that you can create content that might get you cited the next time.
Yeah.
So that's just like we did searches. So for example, here, let me share my screen here again. So if I go to dog poop, yeah, see, it's thinking here. So here you go. Look, this AI overview. Here's the poop valet. Okay, but somebody might ask a question and then you could be cited. Look, it's saying companies like Canine Cleanup, Poop Patrol, the Poop Valet. You were listed as #1 here, but you might find other questions that people might ask, and you might even ask AI, what are some consistent questions that you see on Reddit about dog poop removal? And that's how I would identify what some really common questions are that you can give the answers to.
Excellent.
Yeah. So that's number one. And then okay. And then okay, this other one is starting March 26th. Google Merchant Center requires separate product IDs from online and in-store versions of the same item if attributes like price or availability differ. So the risk is if you miss this hard deadline, the local inventory. This doesn't really apply a lot to the people that are watching. But what I can do is I'm going to go to our website and I'm going to pull up some case, just a case study before we wrap up today. So here's our website, Accelerate Your Marketing. And you can see we've got if you go to our blog, you can see some really cool case studies. And we got some really good ones here that I think apply to what we're talking about today. How AI turns slow leads into a search for, okay, so here's a good case study. Here, what we're talking about, slow responses. Our client, a service-based business, has been using LSAs for lead generation, was overwhelmed by the volume of incoming calls in season. Their internal team couldn't keep up, resulting in delayed response time, low engagement, and missed opportunities to connect with potential customers. On average, it was taking 1.57 hours to respond to messages, an eternity in the world of local ads. The solution, and this could be the same for Google Business. It doesn't have to just be for local service ads because you're just on Google Business, and that's okay. So in September, the business partnered with my company to improve its local service ads performance. And this could happen with a conversational AI agent. It could happen in text. The AI responds in any different way that you want. One of the biggest game changers, an integration of conversational AI to handle the lead responses automatically and instantly, is what helped this business. Our AI-powered system was built to respond instantly, 24/7. Engage like a human, answering questions, booking appointments, and collecting key information, and then prioritize the leads, filtering and routing high-value inquiries to the right channels. This allowed the team to focus on qualified prospects while the AI took care of initial contact. The results, faster, better, and more leads. With conversational AI in place, the business saw massive improvements. Response time reduced from 1.57 hours to just 2 minutes. This built immediate trust and increase the chances to converting leads into customers. Lead volume jumped from 79 to 114 leads in a short period of time, a 45% increase. Better response times mean more leads were captured as well. Conversion opportunities, with more meaningful conversations happening instantly. The client saw a boost in lead quality, conversion rates, and overall revenue. So this is where, and there's a little white paper about it as well. And you can see the lead volume did increase. This is, kind of a picture of the back office of our system. You can see the red identifies the lead volumes over time. We track everything over time. So that's really it. I mean, just wanted to give you guys a case study. What questions do you have? What do you think about that, Rick?
I was just typing a message to say I got to duck out right now for a meeting. Sorry.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you so much.
You bet.
Okay, bye.
Bye. And then, so for you guys that are on here, I'm going to jump off as well. So you can go to DIYai.ai. Oh, sorry. That's not, you go to accelerateyourmarketing.com. That's our website, accelerateyourmarketing.com. And you can go to our school community at SKOOL.com/local lead labs. Again, SKOOL.com/local lead labs. And again, post any questions or comments below the video, wherever you're watching it. And you can text or call us at 619-304-5155, 619-304-5155. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. If you got value out of this, go to our school community. I mean, look, it's free. SKOOK school. There you go. You can go to you can see there's people are engaging here. Roxanne's responding to questions. We've got 825 people on the platform. People are getting their questions answered, getting better results. This guy's got a win. February results. I mean, this guy's got a win. All kinds of really good Google Ads recommendation. I mean, all kinds of questions being answered. People getting much better results because they're in the group. So I hope you guys will join the group. It is free, at least for now. Let me know what other questions you guys have. Thanks for joining today. We'll be here again next week. And you can also see this in our calendar every Wednesday, 2 p.m. And thanks for joining today, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.